Hey there, friends. Listen, this is going to be quick and interesting. Been working really, really hard on the Empowered OS. This is a new venture for myself that I'm working on taking all the amazing things that I do. And apologies, let me just snooze this. I'm getting a lot of dings here, as you can hear. Working with a lot of founders and investors, working with our own product launches from Empowered OS. I call it Empowered OS. It's my operating system, it's my AI super ops agents. And working with Pick and Fanatics. So trying to find a way to get everything to work together that I have one single dashboard, a view that my entire business is run while building my AI agent super team over here, if you will, or the special ops. I call them spec ops. Uh, you know, it's operations. That's all it is. It's a lot of fun. But what's really cool is I've been spending about a month doing a cloud version of my AI agent team to make sure my operations are going more efficiently. Today, I unlocked something I've been meaning to do for a couple of weeks now, and that is integrating it with Obsidian. And I've imported Obsidian and set it up on my MacBook Pro. It's also going to go on our brand new Mac Studio, which I should have brought over and shown it. I'll do it in another screen. I just had it delivered. Got the M4 Max, so this thing's a beast. And just recording this, I'm just putting it together, sitting in a nice little cafe area here. But what I wanted to show you was what's on screen. Hey, Obsidian was loaded and turned on really easy. It says create and get started. So I hit all those buttons. I've got Gemini running over here. Gemini, she helps manage my spec ops team. All my creative and crazy conversations are over there in Gemini on this other screen. That's why I'm pointing over there. And then Gemini speaks directly to my AI agent team. Cyrus, he leads the squad. He's really the chief of staff, but he's really become more of a strategist than anything. Gemini's kind of taken over that role of chief of staff. She's allocating and designing. She's my Donna. And for any of those that watch Suits, you know who Donna is. She knows everything. She keeps the ship running. She keeps us organized. She keeps us going. So that being said, now that I'm doing that, we've got Gemini, or I should call her Donna because I just love it. It's kind of cool, kind of fun. But anyways, Gemini is managing all those conversations. Every time I tell Gemini to do something, she's updating the Empowered Ops team. And that ops team does consist of Cyrus, as I mentioned, a strategist, Max, an executionist. We'll go out and generate leads and documentation and all sorts of things like that. And then also, we're using another one called Felix. Felix actually is based off of Felix Kraft. And if you look up Felix Kraft AI, you'll figure out what I'm talking about. And that's to build a self-autonomous sales model. Very, very cool. But those products will be forthcoming. I'll tell you all about them. Been building them out for years. Now we're just making them cool, fun, interactive, easy to use, and creating an entire empowered OS ecosystem type idea for entrepreneurs, founders to be able to do things better, faster, and really make solopreneurs operate with their own executive team without spending a fortune, without hiring staff, without interviewing, without headaches, without any of the crap of micromanaging people. Just GSD, get stuff done. And using an AI team, you can do that. AI in the cloud works great. Been doing that for a month. AI local, different story. AI hybrid, which is what I'm doing right now, is very powerful. Once we go full local, game changer. Price tag, always on 24/7, automations, responses, create things like that. So let me just tell you what I've done inside of a couple of hours this morning using Obsidian, which is now going to become my new home dashboard interaction tool that updates my cloud team, updates the Mac 4 Studio, M4 Studio very soon, and updates Gemini, and Gemini updates all the above, and they kind of run full circle. It is a true executive suite without having the overhead or hassles. So cracked open Obsidian, very cool. First thing was a welcome. It had a pop-up screen that said, create this, create that. Where are you going to save these vaults? They call it a vault. It's really just a giant folder that protects it. Everything in Obsidian is a markdown file. If you're not familiar with markdown files, check it out. I use markdown files with OpenClaw all the time, of course, because my cloud team, my AI team, those agents are all OpenClaw design. We're using Gemma and Remy, brand new from Google. Right now, it's barely even out there. Some people don't have access to it. I got lucky. So we've got Gemma and Remy. We've got Gemini. Those are all Google. I'm using Gmail or G Suite for my inboxes for Empowered Entrepreneur, Patrick McGuire, fanatics.co, and pickeat.it. These are all some of my properties, as well as some of my other clients. We use different email tools, but most of them are Gmail based. This unlocks and unleashes the power of Google plus Obsidian plus OpenClaw. I can't tell you how excited I am, but maybe you can tell by my voice. It is going. I've been up since 4:30. Don't ask me why. I just woke up. Got to work at about 5:30 after doing some reading and some prayer, Bible study, and making sure that, I'm grounded first. And then I had to get these things out of my head fast, so get to work. All right, so check it out. We got a master control here. This is where we've got templates for Empowered Entrepreneur, Deal Flow. We've got the EmpoweredOS leads, which Felix will continue to update those because they're the incoming in and out autonomous. Fanatics, this is going to be a great one. I'll give you a quick little peek. This is just a template for how the leads work on the cards. I'll show you that in a moment. And then I've got this master to-do list. I created it as a Kanban because I wanted something that was drag and drop, and I'm testing this little integration out where I click on something that's checked off. The green mark shows up and goes away. Not only does that go away, but at the end of day, that should automatically update into the done section. Because at the end of the year with Obsidian, I want to know all the crazy crap that we've got done. Now, hopefully I am diligent enough to keep putting leads and activities and things like that. I got urgent stuff in here. Yeah, you're going to read some of this stuff and just ignore it. You don't need to know all these things, but let's just go into Fanatics. Let's look at Fanatics. We've got a Fanatics message repository. Very cool. Inside of this repository, you can change and update these things. You can switch it to a source or mode, look at a markdown file and make those edits. Let me just change that back. You can edit it right here in the format that it's in. So all my messages, as I build new ones for LinkedIn and X and so forth, they're all going to live right here. My AI agent team, EmpoweredOS, will also look at the messaging we've created, look at the lead that they've uncovered. We get their LinkedIn, we get their X, and we get their email and their company name and the sport or the industry or the country and or the venue that they're in. For Fanatics, it's primarily sports teams and leagues, and that's how we're targeting. So those messages will be randomly selected, not randomly, I should say, intentionally randomized for the lead itself to get the best connection opportunity. And essentially, my AI team is doing the A/B testing. Super cool. Love it. They're going to A/B it for me, and then Obsidian is going to be able to track those results and tell me which one is the one. And I'm going to go and continuously refine these messages. Now, we've got a sniper profile. I'm testing this out. This was just some imports. You can see that I'm targeting some hockey teams, OHL, GOHL, and OJHL. So OHL, these are the big dogs of the young men getting ready to go somewhere, hopefully going pro eventually. OJHL is the Ontario Junior League, Junior A League, and GOHL is Ontario Junior B. We've got EOJHL, NOJHL, PJHL. There's all sorts of them across the country, of course. Targeting Ontario first because of my connections, because I live in the area. We want to make sure we roll this out strategically. Not only do these leads actually work for Fanatics to be able to get them what I would call sponsor revenue engines, we turn fans into sponsor revenue engines. Pretty cool. It's really exciting. Talk about that another time. But also for Pickeat, we're targeting the same organizations, the same teams. We're generating sponsor revenue, but also helping them to increase and benefit from that increase with food and beverage. So working with the concessions within those venues, hence why junior and professional sports are a very big target for both Fanatics and Pickeat. All right, going to jump into Pickeat. You can see we got a sniper profile. We're going to run a similar dashboard. Empowered, we do the same sort of thing. And then we've got some admin and legals and things like that. Anyways, just really wanted to be able to share with you how this journey is going, how we are using, and I will do full tutorial and coverage in the future about how we're setting up and designing the Empowered OS, whatever you want to call it, my spec ops, my exec ops, my whatever, just give it a name. And we're going to tell you how we put Gemini, Gemma, or I should say the Google suite of goods, AI goods, alongside with a powerful OpenClaw setup. And also, obviously, as we're talking here, using Obsidian. And Obsidian will manage it all. And then Obsidian Sync will do that in the cloud, in my MacBook, and the Mac Studio M4. So more on that later. I think you're going to love this. I know I am.